Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 187 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days in a row this year, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,500 miles within this time frame. Now, this is my second year ever running. Within the first full year of running in 2020, I was able to run 1,002 miles, and I did that within 175 days out of the 365 in 2020. So this year, going for 365 days in a row, as well as 1,500 miles, that is a 100% step up in the amount of days, not to mention in a row, as well as a 50% step up in the amount of miles opposed to last year's. So like I said, today is day 187 in a row. Throughout this year, I also challenged myself to run two big races, one of them being a 50K trail race that was in Yankee Springs, Michigan. I got that done on June 5th, 2021. I was able to finish that within 7 hours, 15 minutes, and 22 seconds, so I am officially an ultra runner. Not the best time, but I finished, and I am happy with it, and now I have a bar set for my next ultra marathon race. Other than that, the other big race I have coming up this year within this 365-day challenge is a actual regular marathon. That is the Detroit Free Press Marathon. That is in October. I will be doing the Motor City Challenge of that marathon, which is the day before the actual marathon. I'll be running the 5K and the competitive 1 mile race. And then the following day, I'll be actually running the marathon. COVID is kind of keeping it up in the air. It will be an in-person event, but it is usually an in-person event that starts here in America, in Detroit, and you run over the Ambassador Bridge into Windsor, Canada, and then you run back into Detroit under the Windsor-Detroit Tunnel under the water to finish in Detroit. But with the restrictions of being able to travel across the border this year, they have rescheduled it as of now just to be in Detroit. But if restrictions get lifted a little bit, then they will do the original race where it goes into Canada, which is what I'm really hoping for. That's the main reason I wanted to run it to begin with. So it's been 2 years now. I might not be able to actually run the race I wanted to run. So it is what it is. We'll still be running the race no matter what. So looking forward to that race. Now, other than that, let's get into actual mileage. So like I said, today was day 187 in a row. I got out there today and put in the same exact run I put in yesterday. So I put in 4.7 miles for the day. That put me at 9.4 miles for the week, which put me at 35.2 miles for the month, which put me at 836.3 miles for the year. Now, let's quickly focus on these monthly miles. So, for the month here, every single month, I challenge myself to a 100-mile challenge. And I do that in honor of a charity in which I donate money, as well as I start a coinciding fundraiser to raise awareness and money for that charity. Now, for the first 6 months of the year, we were able to raise money for 6 great charities. Now we're sitting here in the 7th month, the month of July, and we are raising money and awareness in honor of the Detroit Phoenix Center. And what they do and what they focus on is trying to help the youth homeless within the Detroit area find shelter, jobs, education, and all of that to try to get them back on their feet, anywhere from ages 13 to 26, and it's mostly in the Detroit area, which is where I'm from. So that is the fundraiser for this month's challenge, which is the 100-mile challenge. You can find the link to make your donation to this month's fundraiser on the Defining Discipline Instagram story or the Defining Discipline Facebook story or my personal page's Instagram or Facebook story. Within those stories, on the top of it, it'll say donate on Facebook. You just click on that button. It'll open up the Facebook page where you're able to make your donations. However much you make, whatever donation you do make, know that every percentage, 100% of that donation goes directly to this charity in this fundraiser, that Facebook is not taking any percentage or cut of that donation. That's why we continue to do it through Facebook, because they've made the agreement to be that third party to raise the actual funds through, and they've made the agreement not to take any portion of that. So that's why we continue to do all these fundraisers through Facebook, as well as it's just the easiest thing to share, and it's on one of the big 3 or 4 main social media sites that we can really do these fundraisers through. That really helps out. So, that being said, you can make your donations there, and I do know that times are tough and not everyone can make a donation. So if you can't donate and you'd still like to help out, the best thing you can do is just click on that share button and let people on your page see this fundraiser and what it's about. We're just trying to raise awareness for these fundraisers as well as money, just so people can understand what they're even just about, and then they can choose from there if they want to donate. But a lot of these people don't even know what half of them are about or what their cause is. So that is the main thing we're trying to do, is just click that share button, raise awareness for these fundraisers, and then hopefully throughout the awareness we're raising, we could also raise some funds. So click that share button, put it on your page, even put it on your own story. It goes off in 24 hours, so it's not stuck there the whole entire time if you're afraid of someone looking at it all the time. I don't know. Just share it. That's the best thing you can do on top of donating. All right. Other than that, we talked about weekly, daily, monthly miles. So the monthly miles for this month so far is 35.2. So we're already 1/3 of the way through the month of miles that we're trying to do for the 100-mile challenge. So now let's kind of get into today's episode. But before we do that, I'm sorry, let's actually talk about the real quick thing. I've been trying to read a little bit more and to expand my vocabulary and just become a better reader, because it's something I struggle with. And I've also been doing a word of the day again to expand my vocabulary. I was unable to read the book I've been trying to read yet again last night or this morning, so I cannot talk about that book and what I've got done on it. It is Beyond Order by Jordan Peterson, but I've not got any farther in it. I'm still stuck on the second rule, about to start the second rule. Hopefully I can tonight. Probably won't again tonight because it's already getting late and I need to get this uploaded. By the time I get all this stuff done and uploaded, I'll probably go to bed. So hopefully tomorrow morning I can get up, get some coffee in, and then get a little bit of that book read. Get into the second rule, second chapter a little bit. Other than that, let's talk about real quick the word of the day before we get into today's episode. And for today, day 187, the word of the day is deter, which is to turn aside, discourage, or prevent from acting, to inhibit. So, let's get into today's episode. Today, day 187. Now, for today's theme, sometimes I try to play off the number to go with the theme, and I thought, what better number, theme relation, and slang relation to go with than the code. So 187, today's theme is murder. And we are going to talk about that into detail. Now, the murder we are going to talk about is not the murder you may be expecting. It's not the let's go out there and kill people. Let's go out there and be violent towards the people we hate, or whatever the case may be. Whatever murder you may be thinking of, that is not the murder I'm talking about. And now that I've even threw you off a little bit, no, I'm not talking about the murder of crows, of birds together. No, I'm actually talking about murder, kind of about killing, but it's not about going out there and killing someone or something or anything like that. It is going out there necessarily, and what I want to talk about is that killing those things about you that are holding you back, killing those things, the bad parts about you, letting them go, kind of moving on, murdering them and moving on. And I mean murder because sometimes they are hard to let go. Sometimes there's things that we do within our lives that are holding us back that truly are so hard to just let go. And a prime example may be, maybe alcohol or drugs or any kind of thing that you may use as a crutch or a vice. Vices are hard to let go, but sometimes letting them go can be very, very beneficial. And those things, the things that you need to let go sometimes that are very hard to let go, it's not that you haven't tried to let them go before. And, speaking from experience, there's things in my life that I've tried to let go of, just tried and over and over and over, tried and tried and tried, and it just never was able to really just let it go. Now, the reason why is I personally think the reason why I was not able to let things go at the time when I needed to is because I was nice about it. I didn't necessarily I didn't see the harm in it. I didn't realize what it was doing to me. I mean, maybe in the back of my mind I did, and maybe I knew the harm in it, but I didn't know really how serious I needed to take it. And that's why today I wanted to talk about murder, because it's those things in your life that, you may know you really need to take care of, but you just don't know how to really approach it or how to go about it. Those are the things you just need to murder. You just need to kill them. You just need to just get it over with. Don't think about it. Don't overthink about it. Just go out there and just kill it. Just cut it out from your life instantly. There's things within our lives that we just need to instantly cut out, get rid of. And whatever they may be, they could be, like I said, bad habits, which is mostly what I'm thinking about, but they could be a multitude of things, but not people. I'm not trying to emphasize go out and murder people. I'm trying to say go out and murder those things within your lives that are those negative aspects. Maybe they're your outlook. Just your outlook in general on life. Maybe you have a negative outlook. Well, maybe you need to murder that and start having a positive outlook on life. Start looking at life through a positive lens and start appreciating life for the things that you do have instead of the things that are missing, which is something that I've done over these past few years. I've been really trying to appreciate the things I have and value the things that I have in my life instead of looking for the things and that I don't have, or looking at other people's things and being jealous or envious that they have something that I may not. So maybe murder those thoughts, those envious thoughts, whatever it is in your life that is holding you back or is making you a lesser version of yourself than you can be. If you're not being the best version of yourself and it's something within your life that is holding you back, murder that version of yourself. Murder whatever it is that is holding you back. And I mean it in a sense that you just need to get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Don't think about, well, maybe I can do it every once in a while, or maybe it isn't that bad, so maybe I just lean off a little bit, or not as much all the time. Whatever the case is, whatever it is, just get rid of it. Quit making excuses, or maybe thinking, hey, maybe I can just do it a little bit more, or like I said, whatever it is, just get rid of it. Just murder that mentality that you have about that. And let's start over with a good positive mentality. Life is short. There's so much that we can be accomplishing within our own lives, or together, as a community, and just as a human race. There's so many things that we could be tackling and getting done and doing together, but we've let so many things hold us back. So let's become the best versions of ourselves, not only to become the best versions of ourselves for ourselves, but become the best versions of ourselves for all of those around us. So let's murder the bad habits and the bad things that are holding us back from becoming the best versions of ourselves. That is actually going to be your daily discipline for the day today, day 187. It is to kill that version of yourself that is holding you back from being who you truly want to be. So whoever it is or whatever it is that is holding you back from doing whatever it is that you truly want to do, or whoever you truly want to be, kill it. Move on. Let's start over fresh. Today is a new day. Let's get it done and keep moving on and continue on tomorrow. Let's get this done. Start over today. So that is your daily discipline for the day today, guys. Don't want to keep you too much longer. So I'm going to close this episode out, episode 187. I want to thank you so much for following along with the Defining Discipline podcast. I am your host, Scott. If you guys can, please give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, and a share on our Instagram, our Facebook, our TikTok, our YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you guys have been following along and listening on. Other than that, thanks so much. Episode 187 in the books. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 188. Make sure you get your daily discipline done and stay disciplined overall, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm your host, Scott. Peace out.